for Makwababa Daily Likee TV ne so na message ene da oba channel ne so a hit adoma ne subscribe sene dem bia me drop any latest news bia obediebre now so onsa atumi akabi na ye bowra nsem ne mudia na Shatta Wale nsem ya na amse asabe bom Shatta Wale ya kamia se osade no ho atoase mu yes Mobakaya enra after EOCO and some no more publish statement in a bar bonte a be briefo kwaya or more fast so called Shatta Wale ho near me sisi wo holding na enumere Shatta so bar bonte a be kikan some no ya koyese ninsem no omo chese Shatta Wale asa opin ne ho for more investigations. The into a says Shatta Wale open for more investigations they are to investigate him no in the form of say one Shatta Wale no say a dina a EOCO for a boy no enye say dina but a ye do boy okay say Shatta Wale a boy do boy din no say ono ye third party na true a do boy and no thoughts ala Lamborghini ni dia then GR so a boy room Jerry Fonso a ballroom chese. Sikana almost $150,000 US now so the tall Lamborghini for Dubois home. Taxa ne wo hono away. Taxa utria yeno away. Into the trend na say the management of Shatta Wale no can this time who is saying can they should have control him no. Once Shatta so you be or no person will be defending on yes, or person will be defending on home. Emma, you see, and as a Ghana fool who say, what a year the EOCO for a year, you know, they are very wrong. Though, say what talk car, much say a year, a stolen car, and I say, because according to Shatta, no, say the source of maybe or talk and if you will him. Oh, that is the mistake of Shatta Wale. Oh, Kotade, the source of baby I didn't free win him. So, enye adibia because adibi keke ne bi as a state idea icon there oh everything be you need to deal with the company na nye from obi ono debi enti wo hwe Shatta Wale nsem na omo kire se wa open ho for more investigations because enra uti Shatta nsem na nsem ase ebufu nti okay, kansema. What? I own one cup of tea. You mum na yenti nsem bi yapa.
All that. What do you make of EOCO issued a statement and he went to social media, did live, etc. It looks like purely they said his car Lamborghini, the yellow Lamborghini, is a subject of interest when it comes to investigations and number one. I don't know, what can you say about that?
Roland, I listened to Shatta and I was like, who is managing him? These musicians must have management.
Why?
Because he was opening himself up for a lot of other investigations.
You mean there were a lot of inconsistencies?
Inconsistencies. When I read EOCO's, as it were, release, I thought they were framing up something because I had earlier on also seen his post that Remonacha ABU send NDC to opposition or something, but I didn't know normally some of these social media banter until I read EOCO's response and said and realized that there was something really happening. You are being accused of having bought a stolen vehicle. That is a serious matter.
You mean plain language?
Plain language. You don't deal with such matters with Facebook Live. Because it has reputational damages. And so you want to protect the brand. If what they are saying is not true, you sue them. You go after EOCO. Now, the press release stated a certain name, Nana Kwabnamwa. But I heard Shatta talk about Kwabna Dubois. So what it means is that beyond the Nana Kwabnamwa that the FBI is supposedly or allegedly pursuing, you are rather giving us an indication as to another name called Kwabna Dubois, and that you paid $150,000 to the said person. You understand?
To purchase the car.
To purchase the car. So how was the transaction done? It also opens up for GRA to intervene, because whenever you are buying something, there is a tax component that you have to go through. Did they go through that? That's what I'm saying, that if he has management, it's not everything that you come on Facebook Live and come and do some of these things to open yourself.
No, he is a star.
No. But he has to be.
African dance artist.
What is African dance artist in this? We are talking about running a country.
For life?
I love some of his music, but it doesn't mean that when the thing is wrong, we will not say it. What are we talking about? You believe that you bought a genuine car. A state institution is saying that no, it's exposed from crime. And so you are culpable as well. Where your anger must be is directed at the person that sold the supposed stolen car, and not the institution that is telling you that. So why is his anger not directed at Tröゥblé? That is pastor of something. Look, I've said time without number here that if you were going to take this great transformation plan and run this country with it, how many times haven't I said lifestyle audit in this country?
Why is that important?
It's very important because you see, our youth are being swayed into an arena that we may never have tomorrow. Look, sometimes in my area, I live at North Kadesh, when I'm driving through Tessano, you see young ladies, early in the morning that they're supposed to go to where, I don't know whether they don't have any job, go and pick a cameraman. They'll be doing either photo shoot or video shoot. Now they'll go and get a vehicle from some of these car sellers, sit in and pretend as though it's them. The next moment, you see them flaunt it on various social media. Then their peers become to feel jittery. Hey, our sister is doing well. Then they begin to call some of these people to find out, how did you make it?
So they are giving people pressure.
Then they lead them to all sort of things that is breaking our moral fiber. This is not to say that Shatta Wale is wrong in anything. But what I'm saying is that the way and manner he is approaching this, he's opening himself up for more questions. And that the legal way, EOCO did not do social media engagement. They wrote, they issued a release. You must have a management, you must be having your lawyer to also write back if you think something untoward, because it's a brand issue we are talking about. The only difficulty with this is yellow. You know, it refers to the movement for change.
And so I said,
But I disagree, because this morning I have my yellow, by courtesy of Ibrahim from the north, I have my yellow here.
And the blue.
This blue can never be. Don't try to equate this blue to the MPP. It's a deep blue, extremely deep. And so Shatta must reorganize himself and then get professionals to be handling some of these things rather than immediately. You are saying that when the EOCO calls, you won't go. Hey, your car has been taken. In another breath, you say, oh, I will even leave the car. Who will leave a $150,000 car to an institution that does not deserve that? Hey, my brother, don't open yourself for further questions.
So he should...
He is an icon. His energies. I've said that these musicians, if you were in a country that is properly organized, they will be drafted into our national security and they will be used to pursue a national agenda. He has so much influence on the youth that we can direct his energies. You see, a lot of the young ones now have Rasta. They learned it from Shatta Wale. He's an icon. Whatever he does, the youth likes it. And so if you're a country and you want to, as it were, modify your settings, move the youth to a certain direction, they are the sort of people that you use. So that we guide him for him to deliver to the state. But on this note, I dare say I am not impressed.
You are saying his models to respond to
it's totally needless.
Anyway, we came here to talk about the issue of transport.
Well, I think so.
You want to talk the transport increment?
First of all, this morning, a friend of mine, very good friend, and I should say Dave from Tumu, he's mourning his big brother. Okay. The guy died in a tricycle accident, and I think the Sakalo community of Saleh is mourning today. I want I'm on with you today. I can't be there for the funeral, obviously, but I'm sure that he's a Muslim, so they'll bury him and do it Islamic tradition. When is that? And because it's a kid, I'm sure they'll just quickly do it. Very young man. There's a big problem with tricycle accidents and motor accidents generally in the north. This is another good friend of mine, Fuseni from Mandwano, recently had an accident. He had to be sent to Wa Hospital and came back all through motorbike and cycles. Because it's the rainy season And because that is the tricycles and motorbikes are the commonest means of transportation to carry people and farm inputs to the farm and back, they are common. These accidents are common. My appeal to the young people, the overdose, is to be cautious, to drive with care, not to drive at night. The roads are also not good. So both tricycles and motorcycles, they expose a lot of people to accidents. So I want to use the opportunity wafele la nani ala kala se jil moto wane kambuwa me solo ma fiele. Accidents like yoka niya tilne niya prane niya dosen so. You are manage jil moto ne kambu ne tricycle na ma fiele ma yara am venworum speedless sometimes ma ye yuko kili. Tata am venala ma yuko kili. You are me solo no kala ne ma fiele aven. So that we can just always have peace and mix it, because this is a very young life. His name is Haki, who just died, and I'm on with the family. Yeah, I'm on with them, and it's becoming a big thing. So, my condolences to you. But coming to Shatta Wale said, I know my level.
Yes.
So me, I know my level. My level is not Lamborghini. My level is Trotro. My level is taxi. My level is Okada. So your level is Lamborghini. Talk Lamborghini, but I'm ready to see about Lamborghini things.
Yeah.
I said there's a
but he's talking about lifestyle.
Yeah, there's a small part they talked about the idea of people coming to his house with guns. And we've had cause to talk about these raids. So that small part, I don't know if there was another way it could have been done without people wielding guns. Because we say, see, when you are at home and people show up with guns, it's frightening, it's scary, especially with a gun, and anything can happen with a gun. So that small part, EOCO has justified that it is common procedure that whenever they are going for retrieval, they go armed. But I think, is it possible for them to, should I say, modify their modus? So that probably those with the guns will stand outside whilst the other people go inside, so that you don't scare people. It's just that small aspect of guns, and we've seen that the state is always trying to show its power by going with big guns. That small part that once we are dealing with civilians, we should try to always see how we can deal with that. Other than that,
the good people of Bimbila constituency, as you rightly put, very soon I'll be going with all of you, reset agenda in the area. Yes, I mean, it's an economic viable environment. The people are very good people. I mean, we want to make sure that there is good yield there to feed the good people of Ghana. This is a lesson to all celebrities in Ghana. I'm saying it's a lesson. Do you know why I'm saying it's a lesson? Look, me myself, I've learned a lot from it yesterday. Okay. Some of the vehicles people go to buy, you don't even know the source. You see, this matter, I heard Shatta Wale explaining it on a live, that he bought a car. He didn't know about the car, the status of the car, the source. He just paid for it and all that. But it turned out to have a problem. So we need to do a lot of work when we are going in, especially, because, look, I like the young man. He's doing fantastic.
For life.
Yes, I mean, I like him. He's doing well with the youth. It's all when he's on the stage, you see the way he's moving them and all that. He's doing well. But unfortunately, somebody might have swindled him with this kind of thing, brought him into this big trouble. Because he said he paid for it. All right, fine. I remember a friend of mine suffered similar fate. He drove a car for almost 2 years. No, it was a stolen car he bought. He didn't even know. He was driving for 2 years. And finally, they got him. And he was chasing for it. And I told him, look, Massa, forget it. I mean, you've lost it. Because you paid for it. The person who sold the car to you stole the car somewhere and managed his way to manufacture documents for it. And finally, they arrested the car. And then they said, look, let it go. It's gone like that. So it's an issue, because this one, FBI is involved. Yes. They are part of it. I remember they came and went to some.
That there's a gentleman who already is in jail.
Okay.
Yeah, I think his jail term is 86 months. He's the subject matter.
The subject matter, okay.
And you know, as part of the things they do, restitution, plea bargaining, you have to let off some of your acquisition that you got ill-gotten wealth. So it's part of the traces
that they are looking at.
That's been linked to.
They came down Ghana to pick him up, the gentleman.
Yeah, oh no, he's already in jail.
So you see, this is the problem.
So there are two accomplices, accused persons, and one has been jailed 80 months, the other one 86 months as well. And the Ghanaian American or something like that is the one.
So
it's something that is a subject of interest. Not Shatta Wale.
Not Shatta Wale. So that's what I'm saying.
But in the general means, according to my lawyer friends, they say that once you made those acquisitions, yes, you become a subject matter. Because they say in the world of money laundering and crime, you try to wash the ill-gotten wealth to become a proper legal tender in
so
circulation.
they went through all these processes.
There's something I wanted to add to Computer when he talked about coming to this place. Somebody said me, if you go right now to the farming communities, especially in Tumu, well, in Sisala, West, all those places, they have a big problem now. Okay. And I hope that the Minister of Agri is listening and the Minister of Finance. There's a glut of maize. A glut of maize, they can't sell it.
I see.
The prices have fallen, which is, you can say, is a good thing. But here's the problem. The farmers need to sell the maize right now to buy fertilizer for the crop in the field.
Okay.
So you have maize, the usual practice is that...
All this is Sisala is?
Well, another maize prisoner, but this is Sisala West, and some places are not.
It looks like you are using the today's morning for Sisala is campaign.
No, this is actually national. No,
it's okay. Please put it, but let's get on to the substantive. Dr. Zatu, it looks like this morning you want to do... No, Sisala is campaign. Because Bimbela too will come, and I don't want trouble.
I am coming to do la business.
La business. Okay. Now let's come to the substantive. I see a couple of you. You still say you cannot. You still say you cannot hear very well on the stream. We've talked to our friends who are managing, that's our colleagues who are managing the stream sound for us. And if you're getting a problem, there must be your device, but still we'll keep correcting it because we're getting the proper, but we'll keep correcting it. You know, very important is the subject matter about why we have the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council increasing fares. And even my friend Kweku Aaron reported this to me over 2 weeks ago, especially in Koforidua, the New Draben South, New Draben North areas, as well as the adjoining communities, about increment that had not been sanctioned nationally and is being forced through for commuters to pay. Now, it says, COPEC says transport fare will not and cannot be increased. Now, the question we want to ask, and subsequently we also want to go through, because the justification they are giving is that we have the fuel levy increase 1 cedi per litre, but is it justified? Because GPR2U and the others are also saying that if you look at the components or the line items that should indicate or justify why we need to have these increments, the concern is that justifiable? Okay. And are you worried about it? Because usually we know that the transport minister should be sitting with some of these agencies and for it to be done. And the reasons that have been put together is that it's in line with arrangement on public transport fares. The road transport operators have increased these fares by 20% to accommodate, they say, non-corresponding reduction in spare parts, goods and services after the reduction of transport fares by 15% on 21st May. And then subsequently, they said to accommodate the increase in the operational cost after the introduction of 1 Ghana cedi per litre.
Yes, looking at this issue, no, any small case, send a Shatta Wale, no, any small case. Even as they have been kind, and yeah, they have been kind. Busy na Shatta Wale car home buying a stolen car, importing it from the other country to your country. No, baby anka home bechero. Yes, a car no bejeno. So much can keke, but you be in trouble. You be in trouble. Was more yama. I say Ghana no, mo edino. Oh, I say, is it no share the stolen cars they are retrieving from this country now? It's too much. Oh, I'm saying no mama. A better crack in Utu Kwanya could be my socrana and so quiet thing. Oh, because they know say more movie via castle, movie via near my debacle crew. It's not fair. Oh, and more, it doesn't help the nation's improvement. No.